we are still on determination of molecular mass from vapor pressure lowering. So how can we determine the molecular mass of any of the... So let's look at this problem, okay? Remember, we are talking about determination of molecular mass. When we say molecular mass, we are looking at either how to calculate the molecular mass of either the solute or what? The solvent. Now look at this question very well. You will notice that they said you have to know how to differentiate which one is the solute and which one is the solvent. If not, you might not know what you are being asked for. They said the vapor pressure of ether is this, at this. They now said if 3 grams of a compound A, look at this, are dissolved in, meaning that this compound A you are dissolving in this ether is the solute, while the ether is the what? Solvent. Okay? So understand that. So other parameters they gave here, this is the mass of the what? Compound A, which is the solute. Okay, they already gave you the mass of the ether too, which is what? 3 grams. Okay, wait. If 3 grams of compound A, please, 3 grams is the mass of the compound A, while 50 grams is the mass of the ether. So let us write the equation or the formula to calculate what? This expression. Remember that change in P over P is equal to W capital M all over small m capital W. So remember this formula I gave you initially. I said I don't want to show you how I prove this formula. Let's just look at the formula direct. So who can remember what we said about this equation? Okay, remember what this is. Change in P is what? Remember that this change in P is still P minus what? PS. So I can write this thing as, I can write this expression here as P minus PS all over P is equal to W capital M all over small m capital M. Sorry, small w capital W, which is like this. So from this expression now, you can see that all the parameters, let's find the parameters one by one. Now, this P is called vapor pressure of the solvent. What is the solvent? Ether. So then we're going to be circling it one by one, so you've seen it. This P, I will label it for you. This P, this one here, look at the value here. So this is P. Let's get the values one by one. Then why PS? Vapor pressure of the solution. So when this compound A was added, the vapor pressure fell. It fell. They wrote it here. The pressure fell because, so this is not the pressure of the solution, because the moment you add the solute in the solvent, the vapor pressure of the solution is going to drop. So this one you are seeing here is the PS. PS. Take notes. Okay. What's the next value here? W stands for, from the previous video we did, we said what? W stands for what? The mass of the solute. What is the solute in this question? You can tell us now. What is the solute in this question? The solute is compound A. What is the mass of the solute? 3 grams of compound A. So look at the mass of the solute. So what you're seeing here is small w. Take note. Capital M is the molar mass of the solvent. Capital M is the molar mass. Capital M. Go back to the previous video. Capital M is the molar mass of the solvent. What is the solvent? The solvent is ether. What is the molar mass? 74. So capital M is this. Small m is the molar mass of the solute. Small m is the molar mass of the solute. This is what we are looking for. We are looking for this. Okay? You don't know this. While capital W is the mass of the solvent. What is the mass of the solvent? The mass of the solvent is what? 50 grams. So this is for capital W, mass of the solvent. So look at the board closely. You notice that I've given you all the necessary requirements you need to solve this question. So okay, so let's now plug in these values and make small m subject of formula. So already, let's quickly calculate change in P. Since we know P and PS, since P minus PS is change in P, so 442 minus 426 will give you change in P. I'll just plug in the value here, okay? But before I plug in the value, let's make this M subject of formula. So M will become P times W times capital M all over change in P times capital W. Okay, so we can plug in the values now. What is P? P is what? Vapor pressure of the what? Solvent, which is what? 442. So 442 times, what is W? Mass of the solute. What is the mass of the solute? 3 grams. Times, what is the capital M? Capital M is the what? Is the molar mass of the solvent, which is what? The molar mass of the solvent is 74. That's 74 all over, what is change in P? Change in P is the subtraction between 442 minus 426. Okay, so you're going to subtract this, okay, before you multiply it with whatever you have outside here. Capital W is the mass of the what? Solvent. So the mass of the solvent is what? 50 grams times 50. So when you simplify this, that will be the answer to this question. So from what we have here, our answer to this problem is, the final answer is 1, 2, 3. So the molar mass of this guy is 1, 2, 3 grams. Okay, so that is the molar mass per mole. Okay, so that's the molar mass for this. So this is the answer to this question. So from the problem here, you see that what we are looking for is the molar mass. This M here is the molar mass, of compound A. So we are able to verify that the molar mass of compound A is 123 grams per mole when you simplify this expression. So this is how you can expect problems on determination of molecular mass from the word vapor pressure. So look at this equation. This is the ultimate equation. Understand this equation, and then you can be able to manipulate this equation to solve anything. You can be asked to find any of these values. Remember, W stands for mass of the solute. Capital M stands for molar mass of the solvent. Small m stands for molar mass of the solute. Capital W stands for mass of the what? Solvent. So with these parameters, you can work out. Then YP stands for vapor pressure of the what? Solvent. So the solvent in this case is ether. So that's why we're using 442 as P here. 442. We didn't use this one because the PS was not needed. Okay, we only needed to what? Calculate this change in P, which is 442 minus what? 426. So this is how to solve problems on molecular mass involving what? Vapor pressure lowering.